So we're going to do a 50-hour service on this MT122. So I've got the engine oil filter, part number 400564551. And I've got the hydrostat oil filter, 40220109. So we're going to replace those, drain some fluids, and do some greasing to the tractor and some overall maintenance, checking things, checking the belt, seeing if anything's missing. Just a quick little run through. And we can show you at the end of this video what all those steps are that we take to do this. So we're going to go ahead and start with popping the hood. When we go through and check these things, in general, looks pretty good. Nothing too out of the ordinary. So we have coolant here, down on the side where you can't see, and on the top, engine oil. You can see a few fuses there. This tractor came in operating and working, so we know that it's good in that regard. But we're going to go through anyway. So we're first going to check this fan and this belt you can see here that I'm pointing to. And behind that is where the radiator is. And this is cool, so we're going to check that fluid also. There's also the air cleaner in here. So you pop these off, pull that out. This is, as you can see in the list at the end, it says to check as needed. So you may or may not need to replace it at the 50-hour service. If it's summertime or you're doing a lot of grass cutting, it's probably likely you would. Wintertime, like right now, it's very unlikely that you're going to need to replace this on the 50-hour service. So we'll put that back in. And then, after we get those buttoned back in there, we're going to change the oil. This is where the oil filter is, this blue cap here. So we're going to go ahead and take that off. So we'll put this on here, we'll roll it up, put a wrench on that, and we're going to untwist that. So now we've got that one off. I'm going to put it back in my box here to be recycled. So we have the new one here. We're going to twist that on there. And we're going to use the same tool we used to take that off to snug it down. When you put it on there, it's a good idea to put some oil around this ring right here. So after you get the plastic cover off, put some oil on there before you secure it and seat it on. We're taking this off to add approximately 3 quarts of oil. This is the oil we use here, so on all the tractors. So even if it's not the 122 model, any of your LS models or TYMs, this is what we use. So you can see way up here where that strange arm came in, hydraulic filter. It's up right up into the center of the tractor. So not the easiest place to get to on the smaller units. On the bigger units, it's actually towards the side. But on this one, it's up there. So this one we've taken off, and we have drained the fluid, as you can see it draining in this next clip. Now we've seated the new one on there, just snug and tight. And that one, it's good on these tractors, replacing it at 50 hours. Due to the machine being new, throughout the whole machine there could be foreign particulates or different things throughout. So it's good to change that filter out at the 50, and depending on the unit, 150 or 250 hours also, or as needed. So we're going to take this old one to recycle. We've got the new one seated up there. There's a fuel filter here. It does not need to be changed at 50, but is recommended you check it. So it's located right down here under these loader arms. So we've checked this one. It's fine. There's no issues. Occasionally you could have water in the fuel system, and that would be the first place to go ahead and drain that and check it and put a new filter on. But this one's good, so we're going to leave it on there. So right here there's a lot going on with the tractor. As we mentioned already, we have the oil filter, the fuel filter back here, where you check the oils right here also. Right here though, this little orange cap on this tractor, some of them are yellow, some are different colors, but this is for the front axle fluid. So this has a little dipstick on it, and You probably can't see that, but I can see that it's full. It's where it needs to be. On different models, the front axle has a bleeder. So sometimes you'll see fluid coming off and you'll think it's a leak or there's a seal broken somewhere. It's not. Sometimes it bleeds off a little bit and that's completely normal. There is various places we have these Zerk fittings that need to be greased. So there's multiple ones. This is just a tractor loader. So they're going to be all on the loader here. There's obvious places on the loader. If you have a backhoe, take a look kind of underneath where the bucket is. There's a fitting there that's kind of hard to see. These are all pretty easy to be located. Obvious spots here, 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 and obviously the same on the other side. So grease those up. It does recommend frequent, every 10 hours or so of use. But I would say in addition to that, it's as needed. So don't just go with the 10 hours. Do it whenever it needs it. So when we're doing our hydraulic fill, this is the fill point here. Pretty much all the tractors, that is the fill point. So this one being a 122, that is it. But generally all of them have a cap on the rear there. When you're going around the tractor, we try to look for different things like when pins come out or if frame bolts have backed out. So one thing I noticed here is this is missing these stop little pins there to keep these from twisting. So we'll put new ones in that before it goes back and just let the customer know we noticed that. They may have them out for a reason, which is fine. The other areas that it may need checking is if you look at these frame bolts on the sides, which you can go down to that side and see them. They're the same on this side. You want to check and make sure those are all tight. Tractors vibrate a lot, so those frame bolts can back out. There's also loader bolts where you see the black and the blue come together. This tractor has 58.6 hours. And now that we've completed its service overall, this tractor, the way it came in and the way the customer's taking care of it, this is an A+ tractor. It looks really good, so it's ready to be returned to the customer.